A simple moment at the airport turned into a massive storm of speculation that spread faster than the flight schedule itself. Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei's names suddenly became the center of attention, not because of a new project announcement, but because of something far more mysterious. They were spotted at the same airport, very close together. At first, nothing seemed out of place. Airports are places where thousands of people arrive and depart every day. But things changed when some fans noticed a small detail that sparked a major internet storm. Zhang Linghe departed from Hangzhou, and not long after, Tian Xiwei was also seen arriving at the same location. Two big names, two different schedules, but one meeting point. Within hours, snippets of photos and videos began circulating on social media. Netizens began piecing together their own puzzles, trying to figure out the common thread behind a moment that seemed too coincidental to ignore. Entertainment forums, Weibo comments, and even fan groups were immediately filled with conflicting theories. Some fans insisted it was just a coincidence. The entertainment world is indeed full of busy flights, projects, and location changes. Others, however, felt there were too many coincidences happening at the same time. Speculation ran wild. Some suspected the two were involved in a secret project that hadn't been announced to the public. The Chinese drama industry is known for keeping big surprises until the last possible moment, before an official announcement. Zhang Linghe was at the peak of her popularity, while Tian Xiwei was stealing the spotlight with various projects that were cementing her position in the industry. The combination of these two rising stars made the public's imagination even more captivating. Amidst the frenzy, wilder theories emerged. Some netizens believed this wasn't just a casual project, but rather part of a deliberately orchestrated promotional strategy. However, there was no confirmation of this. Interestingly, this moment wasn't confined to just one platform. From Weibo to Douyin, from international forums to small fanbase accounts, everyone was discussing the same thing. Was this mere coincidence? Or was there something else being hidden? Some fans even began comparing the two's work schedules, trying to find any possible collisions. However, the results remained unconfirmed, only fueling curiosity. In the entertainment industry, coincidences are commonplace. But when two big names appear in the same narrative, the public tends to find it difficult to accept it as something simple. Moreover, both have extremely active fan bases. Every small detail can turn into a lengthy analysis, and every fleeting moment can become fodder for endless theories. Amidst all the speculation, no official statement has been issued. This silence has only fueled the situation, seemingly giving the public's imagination room to run wild. Some entertainment observers believe this phenomenon reflects the power of modern fandom more than the event itself. How one small moment can turn into a global conversation in a matter of hours. But for fans, logic often trumps curiosity. This is especially true when the names Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei reappear together in a series of unexpected events. Others are starting to hope this is a sign of a long-awaited major collaboration. The drama industry often produces on-screen couples who go on to become major sensations among audiences. But behind all this hope, a lingering question remains. Is the world witnessing the beginning of something big, or is it simply reading too far into a mere coincidence? Clearly, this one moment at the airport was enough to change the entire internet conversation. And as with many stories in the entertainment world, sometimes mystery is the most powerful fuel to keep the public waiting. Amidst the ever-growing torrent of speculation, the online atmosphere is becoming increasingly uncontrollable. Every new post about Zhang Linghe or Tian Xiwei immediately becomes a field for interpretation. Even the smallest detail, like the angle of a photo or the time of the post, can be interpreted as a hidden clue by fans already immersed in their theories. Interestingly, some fan accounts began trying to calm the situation by reminding them that the entertainment world is often full of meaningless coincidences. However, these rational voices were quickly drowned out by thousands of comments that only further convinced them that something was being hidden behind the incident. Meanwhile, social media algorithms only exacerbated the situation. The more people searched for Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei, the more similar content appeared on their feeds. This snowball effect transformed the airport issue from a minor rumor into a viral phenomenon that was difficult to stop. Some entertainment industry observers began to speak out, stating that moments like this were nothing new in the entertainment world. However, they also acknowledged that the combined popularity of the two artists made the situation different. When two rising stars are in the same narrative, the public tends to create their own stories. In discussion forums, more structured theories also emerged. Some tried to compile a chronology of the trip, comparing departure and arrival times, and even trying to guess whether they were in the same location for related work. However, all of this remained without any solid evidence. Meanwhile, die-hard fans remain convinced that this is the beginning of a major, yet-to-be-announced project. They believe the Chinese drama industry often keeps surprises under wraps before they finally explode. However, there are also more skeptical parties. Some believe this rumor is simply the result of the public's eagerness to see a collaboration between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei, so any coincidence is immediately taken as a sign. Amidst all this, neither Zhang Linghe nor Tian Xiwei has commented. This silence has only fueled the increasingly wild speculation, as if their silence is part of the mystery itself. And like many viral stories, the truth has slowly lost ground amidst the cacophony of public interpretation. All that remains are opinions, conjectures, and hopes colliding in the boundless digital space, allowing this story to live on far beyond its original moment at the airport. As time passes, public attention to Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei shows no signs of abating. On the contrary, the issue has become more entrenched, seemingly a story constantly updated by the collective imagination of fans who don't want to miss this big moment. In the days following the airport incident, a new wave of analysis emerged, attempting to decipher the body language of the circulating images. While most lacked clear context, that didn't stop netizens from crafting their own narratives about a possible behind-the-scenes professional relationship. Simultaneously, entertainment media outlets began to pick up on the issue, albeit with a more cautious tone. They highlighted how quickly a small moment could escalate into a major phenomenon when it involved names as prominent as Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei, two figures already at the peak of public attention. Yet, despite all the attention, no official confirmation emerged. This lack of answers created a vacuum filled with endless speculation, leaving everyone feeling like they had their own version of the story. Some fans began to realize they might be caught in a loop of rumors that continued to spin without a clear direction. Nevertheless, curiosity prevailed over doubt, and they continued to wait for any sign that would confirm their suspicions. Meanwhile, the names Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei appeared more and more frequently in the same sentence on various platforms, even outside the airport context. This phenomenon demonstrates how a single moment can bring two figures together in a narrative created by the public, not based on official facts. On the industry side, some observers are beginning to emphasize that this kind of hype can be a double-edged sword. While it increases popularity, it can also create exaggerated expectations that are difficult to control if reality doesn't align with fan theories. However, for many, this story has already become much more than a mere coincidence. It has become a kind of open-ended story that continues to be rewritten by the comments, speculation, and hopes of the millions who follow its developments. And to this day, one thing that remains constant is the silence from both parties at the center of attention. No clarification, no denial, and no affirmation of any kind, keeping this mystery alive in the limitless digital space that keeps changing every second.